I'm trying to. We'll figure it out. Like I said, yeah. Name. Oh, that. Okay. So yeah, you go. Okay. Yep. Okay. Once that came back out, I see what you're saying. Um, Getting started, you went in there, and well, no. Where did Nick hide that? I think this is the one that he may have hid. New player sign up. That may be the. Yeah, there they are. Oopsie daisy. Um, I'm gonna go up here to the top. Yeah. Okay, well that's on me then. I had two different posting areas that were set. Yeah, there's Jacqueline, there's Crew, Mar, Rob. That's when it's wherever in spirit, Cyber. All
Hello.
right. Yeah. Hey,
Hey
hey, hey,
there.
hey. We're looking through stuff. So what I tell you to do is, um, you don't need to. Yeah, there's a new the second page to go kind of talk about your character. And when from the community page, Portal Reach, you go into character introductions, and you
Hello.
can. Is
Hey
he not
there.
hearing us? Dirt.
Hello.
Hey, dude.
Sorry.
He's just.
Ask.
um. Yeah, so signing up, you got this stuff, and I'm not worried. You guys are signed up. What you want to do is you want to go into in the Portage community. You go to there's the category area where it says getting started with Portage Reach, and there's a button right down there below there. Says character introductions, and you go in there, and you can now put in some basic information. You'll see it there. Everybody's kind of showing who they're going to play, what kind of character they want to roll up, and fill it out there, and I'll flag Matt and Nick, and or me, and Banjo Kaz is gonna start running some stuff.
So
Um,
that's under the website and not
it's
Discord.
no, it's not on Discord. Yeah, see, unfortunately, we're getting a little spread out here across the platforms, and that's an admin issue because some of the guys are just wanting to stay in Discord, and I'm trying to get stuff to stay over here in the community site. But you go to the community page and create an account, and then there's some first kind of really stuff there is called getting started, and it kind of gives you the links and the stuff that we'll be using outside of Fantasy Grounds to play the game. And there is new player sign up. That's where you're putting stuff. But once you do that, they should have reached out and said, okay, you go into character introductions, and you can now fill out and just kind of give us a kind of a rundown. You can see what kind of characters are already kind of signed up and playing in the world. And just kind of follow their format of your race, your name, your class, a few, some background information about yourself, and then that's what we'll get spun up to do a character creation, roll that all up, get it, and then get you through a session zero. Basically, the session zero is getting you through the portal to the new land, so then you can start playing regular games and signing up for. Then you move over to what you'll see is in the Discord server. If you go down there, you can see where it's just going. It's just crazy busy down there all the time. But you'll see where you can then go in. You kind of sign up for those session zeros will get posted there, and then some of us will say, okay, I'll try to see how many session zeros are out there. One of us, the DMs, will put up a time or two. That someone will get a session zero spun up with the players. You'll do that. It's an introduction to the world. Um, gets you to role play your character a little bit, that we record, so that the DMs can listen to it, and then you get through the portal, and they'll usually somebody's there to greet you when you come through, and then you find out the horror truth while you're really there, and then you go survive. And but the rooms were all kind of based on, there's some lobby, there's character creation, kind of it's more talking about what's happening, town discussion, and under construction of what's happening with your downtime points, what we call portal points, and kind of what's going to be happening in the encampment. But as in your characters, y'all kind of have, that's kind of a running dialogue area where everyone's talking to each other, out of the game, basically, between sessions and all that. And then Amaya is running the adventures room right now, and I think Andrew is too. And it's basically she runs a little sign up down in the game sign up area, and she's basically doing game by tech, chatting in the room. And she gives the scenario, and y'all kind of go through it, and there's a way to roll a dice, and she just kind of leads little sessions via the chat room instead of having to play online. And then you can, that's kind of to keep you busy and have something to do while you're waiting for your next real session to play with other characters online in Fantasy Grounds with us.
Is that required?
What's that? No, none of it's required. Not at all. It's just some people wanted to role play their characters more and contribute more to the world. Some of the interactions we give extra portal points for based on, things that they bring to the world or what they discover or the role playing they do, but it's definitely not required. No. Just some people were just jonesing to play more, and we still need a couple more DMs to run sessions during the week because of the number of players that we have, and not everybody can play all at the correct times. We need to be spread out a little bit so that the sessions can be run and people can trying to get at least one session in a week. And then you'll see in the sign up area, when you look at that, there's the linkage to everything between the community server, which stuff we kind of put it on, and then in Discord we also have World Amble, and the World Amble page is there, and that will show you. That's kind of where the DMs are recapping their sessions, and we kind of give an overview of what's been happening without spoilers or guidance of what's going on, but just kind of a big recap, things that may have been discovered, new species, new maybe complications that have arisen up. More of the map will start to slowly be filtered out and shown as the groups venture out more to find supplies or find out something, stuff that's been happening to them, things like that. World Amble will provide that, and then there's also places where you can go and create more character information there, but it's just it's not required. The main thing is to get in the community page, put your character introductions there. Post up your information about it. If you've got a portrait or a big picture that we can have that showcases who you are so that we can then create the portraits for Fantasy Grounds, then we upload it. We've got a Google Drive that we have that's for the DMs, and we upload the XML files and the character portraits up there. And then when a DM has his game filled and he's ready to run, he can go get the latest XML file and the portraits, bring them down, configure his game, ready to run it, do the game. Everybody updates their character sheets based on what their experience is, what's happened, and then we re-upload those back up to the Google Drive, so then the next DM can get them if he needs it. So,
is this all based on the D4?
The what?
Is it based on D&D rules or that?
Yeah, it's all 5e. It's all 5e only.
Because I thought you were switching over to that D4.
No, Savage Worlds. I'm going to do a Savage Worlds run here somewhere, but no, this is all 5e. It's loosely and runs some based on some of the Adventure League rules that we've adopted some of them for a group kind of gameplay for house rules, but no, it's all 5e. It's all improv. We have a base storyline that we're running for the season, but. It's really what the characters, when you're in the Discord server and talking there, we might throw some rumors out there, or some NPCs might be saying something that a party may go, hey, we want to go check that out. The DM will say, here are the sessions that are available. When does the group want to go and run this session? And here's what's going to happen. And you go play, and then shit happens. So
I just put mine in there.
Okie dokie, I will now. So,
how did you get a character? Damn it.
Say what now?
I'm like, how did you build a character so quick? Because I just opened up the website.
Oh, I didn't. I just did new player sign up.
He's doing the new player sign up, right? Yeah. So get in there and I make sure all y'all's are there. I see yours.
I thought I did it, but how do I know? Because I didn't make a character or anything.
Well, you get your sign up, get that in there. I'm not worried about. So I'm not worried about those that are playing in the current games. Yeah, what I prefer you to do is go ahead and get your character in the character introductions area. tell us what you want to run. You can kind of see what's there right now, based on what's been posted so far.
I see Hondo's.
So go ahead and under character introductions, say hello. Who's your character going to be?
Would you prefer if we roll new characters, or can we start over like Ruckus at level 1?
That's up to you.
I-
It's up
okay.
to you. I have no qualm about that because they're not going to be related. This is a whole different world. So you start off in the Sword Coast region, but you'll end up in Portal's Reach, and then from there it's all on your own.
Oh yeah. How do you feel about psionics?
If it's in the core rule books, it's allowable. If it's not, if it's unearthed arcana, it's not allowed. So it has to be in the core rule books. And I don't have. We got to talk about Mordecai's, or however you say that word. We just got it all. But if it's in, you'll see the allowable core books. It's in the rules. What's allowed and what's not allowed. So that's the answer to your question. Dun, dun, dun.
I'm gonna have to spend some time on this because I can't remember what I even set up for my password or any of that crap.
I can reset it for you if you can't get in the system. Just let me know. Here I am.
I should have written it down. If I can't find it, I'll ping you.
Well, you know what, Hondo,
I
you
see
had
dirt.
like 4 lines. You were like really shitty at filling this thing out.
I gave all the
Can you guys
pertinent
hear me?
information. Because
Yeah, it shows you were on 58 days ago, almost 2 months ago. Wait, hang in there and not get a response.
Does this
from
sound
anybody.
better than normal?
I put on
It
the
does sound really good, actually.
I answered the question.
You did. I had an extra room. I was trying to put a room together. One, I'm learning the Discord server, but I was trying to put together, having people tell us kind of what they were going to play. And the rooms got mixed up, and people were signing up in the wrong rooms, and that was on me. And I think Nick went and cleaned some of that up, and your stuff may have been removed. So that's on me, and so I'll take responsibility for it, because if I give it to Nick, he'll get mad at me, and I don't want Nick mad at me. But anyway, yeah, failures.
Who's Nick?
Nick is okay. So you'll see who's who. Yeah. Hey, folks. Sorry, we're talking still Portal's Reach stuff. You got to go into the Discord server, and I once again I apologize. We're too spread out over here, and we're gonna have an admin meeting because we've got too many channels and too many rooms, and too much stuff's going on, and people are getting a little lost. But in the Discord server,
Go Jam.
yeah, go. Yeah, well, Ants Wolf, you'll see, is Nick. Matt is
Ants Wolf is
Jalsum. That's their names here on the Discord server. They're admins with me and Anderville, which is Andrew. He's in Japan. And Kaz, Jackalogical, he's going to be spinning some stuff. He's not going to be a
I heard
DM.
that guy's an ass.
Yeah, he's real butt. Yeah, he is.
Who the hell is that guy?
Yeah, he talks a lot to himself apparently in his
He's a
character.
jackass.
Anyway, so you've got a couple of sessions. You can see a lot of Matt stuff. Matt streams on Sunday nights. He lives in Canada. He's really the one that's kind of really
hey there.
she streamed the most. I've streamed one session now with the group, and I'm trying to, once we kind of get more of this middle of the week stuff done, is when I'll start taking over doing middle of the week streaming, and we'll put a full cam. Actually, we're going to do a full cam sessions with me on the next big stream that I pull together. But yes, I am doing Savage Worlds, but that's still a little ways away. I think the Monday group.
And painting miniatures too.
Painting miniatures, I said all the above. Yep,
Bullshit.
I know. I keep talking a big game. So I need to. Luckily, Banjo, I need a couple more DMs that will come on to run some games, and they don't have to be streamed. They just have to be run. We hope to record them so that they can post them up, so the rest of the DMs can listen to what's happened during the game. But it's not mandatory, as long as their recap of their game is well enough and posted in World Anvil for us all to go see and understand what's happened in their session, because we're trying to run them. A week of time is about a month in the game world, and we want these kind of storylines to run parallel with each other. Then they'll branch off on their own and go do things, but then they all get woven back into the tube where the encampment's at, and as they discover stuff and they start spreading out and more dangers are awoken and things like that, we've got to all be on the same page, and we've already had a couple little miscues, nothing big, but we've had a couple little time issues where someone's come in on the game when they weren't supposed to be there yet, and things like that. And so we're learning.
I'll run one of those sessions.
You guys,
Cool.
You
Is there,
still want a DM?
is there a separate section to sign up for being a DM?
I think Nick had it in the Portals lobby.
You know
Who
what?
the hell
I
is
tried
it?
going through the portals lobby and
There's
it gets bogged down. I can't read all that. I don't have
Okay.
any
Get
idea.
lost in that
Thanks.
place.
I'm recording this. I want you guys to say, because I got to explain to Nick. I think Matt understands some of it, but Nick he was really moving everything back over the Discord server, and I didn't want that. I wanted it to be in the Discord server where you can formize and compartmentalize topics. And then those can be replayed on, and you can go in and only look at the topics that interest you. In the Discord server, it's just everything's just thrown up there, and that's, excuse my term there, but it's just you can't follow the discussions. And so then he's like, well, we need to create another
I'm not
room.
willing to read.
No, I know. Zeb was saying, I ran Zeb and Free Walker last night in a session, and Zeb was saying, I'm just not going to read all that. And it's like, oh man. Because in the beginning, several of the players that are there that have started off, they're all reading it because they're creating the content. So that's been working out great. But for your group, the next wave of players that are coming in, they're getting overwhelmed and they're not getting turned off. Well, this is too this is supposed to be D&D. I just want to play. Okay, well, we need to rethink this. And we're learning. I want to make sure you understand we're still trying to put the pieces of the puzzle together right so that the communication's down right, the players get a fulfillment out of it, and we can run this nice, platform out here that we can stream content ad nauseum, because we can make this go on as long as we wanted to. Because it's a huge world. So that being said, so just if you will. I'm not worried about it as far as the new players sign up. I consider all my players that are in my games as part of the world already. Just go put your.
Let me go
characters
over
in.
in detail what kind of character I'm going to create.
Yeah, I would absolutely be willing to. I would absolutely love to come in as an NPC and be like, and do like a kind of do like a little intro thing for the group. Like, hey, that'd be cool.
Well, you can NPC if you want to participate and have fun. Some of the adventure rooms, like Amai's running, and some of the discussion there, we can throw those stuff up, and because we're going to have some characters are going to have to be, some players are going to have to NPC a few things for us every now and then, because there's just too many. It's an open world campaign, so there's too many individuals all over this place, and how do you get that
I was more
interaction?
saying like Ruckus would be an NPC, like retire him and have him just kind of like in the background of the world you're creating.
Gary's doing that with Tomblock on Monday night. Tomblock's coming over as a retired, and he's going to open up a shop. So Ruckus could do the same thing.
That's awesome.
No problem with it at all. There'll be some limitations, some of the adventuring, because if you're going to that level, we can work it out and talk about it. And but yes, I was hoping to try to that some of the Patreons were talking about putting the page up there, or some of the subscribers that are giving some money to the channel, talking with some of the ones that are really putting it out there to give them an opportunity to run a shop on the world if they want to. And people can they can run their own little sales list, and they can have their own bartering system. That's part of the rules, and have some fun with it in the Discord server. I think it'd be really cool to do that. So yes, we're open to that.
Vote Ruckus for mayor then.
Well, he's got to be Camrig, the other dwarf that's come in. I think he's the one that put the sign. If you look at World Anvil, you'll see a sign was left at the old encampment that he wrote about, vote him for mayor of the town. So there's already political mayhem going on, and this world is just being settled for the first time. So we have factions already growing in the group.
But we're already at a disadvantage because we're coming in.
You get some.
Coming in late.
It's always going to be World Anvil is going to have. We get making sure that the story recap is there, kind of be. But yeah, you'll come in. You're a new character, and you're going to come in and have to get a feel for who's who in the world. Who to watch out for. Who to try to bond up with. You'll play with different types of players that, you may not be able to play the same time every week, or, someone may have to drop out because they couldn't make it and a new person steps in and your session will run with this new group of people based on the scenario that's happening. So you never can tell what's going to happen. And we're trying to keep the season small in that we're trying to run maybe through level 4, level 5 of characters and exploring certain part of the world. And we want to see what we're forgetting, what we're having to tackle, what issues we didn't think about, and how players like yourself are saying, well, this is not working for me, or this is really cool, but can you change this and tweak little pieces of the puzzle as we move along. So, hello. Well, with that being said, as everybody was on my soapbox, and we appreciate any of the viewers that are sitting here listening to me ramble, but that's all about Portal's Reach, and you haven't checked it out. There's some of the guys here in this session they were overlooked, and we apologize profusely for overlooking them because they're so important to the channel, and we want them to play Portal's Reach. And
you lose viewers when they watch on Thursdays.
We're losing viewers.
I don't believe that's true. And even if it is true, I won't believe it.
We had like 30 like the last time.
Yes, it varies.
That was on a Wednesday.
But we're going to get back to a game we have not played in a few weeks with the Deadbeats, and they are still in the Underdark and still not out of the abyss. They've actually just probably gone deeper into it and just don't even know how bad it is for them. In search of their ever elusive treasure that they've left up on the top world, with a wily halfling thief who's running around with all their loot and spending it, so that when they actually do get out of here, there'll be nothing left, unfortunately, for them to find. They don't know that yet, but
he already went through the portal with all our money.
He very well could have. If Prater has anything to do with it, you'll find out that anything's possible.
Come on,
right now.
We lose all of our money like every 20
No,
episodes.
they're going to come back out of the underground, and they're going to be right at the bottom of Tomoe-chan again. They're going to end up there.
Yeah.
Inside.
Then we're going to take our boat and find our lost cash.
They're going to have to get out through the pyramid again. All right, folks. Well, we are back here for a Thursday night streaming with the Deadbeats and Out of the Abyss. It has been a few weeks, mainly due to me and my social calendar. But that being said, let's do it. We've got the full group here. Let's do introductions and do a recap, because we were just finishing up a round of combat, but they know they're not out of the thick of it yet. We'll start off with eldest baby cakes, Hondo.
Hondo Bozanek, Mountain Dwarf cleric of Doom, and I rarely know what the hell's going on.
That's true. That's okay, but we'll get you there. Varus.
Varus.
Yeah, that's you.
Connection sucks tonight.
Yeah, that's you, dude.
Yeah.
You gonna say anything else?
He's trying.
Having fun with tool in proper way.
I think Varus is having a stroke, guys.
Varus, are you with us, or have you? I'm about to say, it sounds like you had too many to drink.
He's having horrible internet connection.
Is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah, in chat.
Okay.
He's losing it. Yeah.
We're losing him. Okay, thank you. I was like cutting in and out, and he sounded like he was slurring his words. Okay. Oh, I see. I'm looking up above there in chat. I'm seeing it all now. Okay. We'll bear with it there as he gets through it. Dirtless.
Dirtless, Driftwood Rock Gnome Wizard. Would much prefer to read the scroll than actually cast what is on it. With his partner, Wobble the Weasel.
Ruckus.
I'm a Mountain Dwarf Barbarian, seeking to prove myself yet again in combat.
Holy moly. Oh boy, look at that. That didn't come across it. The overlays are all messed up. That looks like crap. Okay, and last but not least, Banjo.
I'm Banjo Kazooie. I play the bugbear swashbuckler extraordinaire who may or may not wear underwear. That is me.
Oh my god. Oh,
Just like
God.
Ruckus.
That's true. One
We,
second.
we all know Ruckus doesn't wear underwear, so that wasn't a question.
Sorry, that's me, guys. That looks right. And it was an item. He did a store. Let's see. That looks absolutely horrible. Okay, that's what it is. Okay. Well, that being said, I'll fix that while we're playing here and try not to mess up the game too much. So, folks, we are, like I said, we're down and out of the abyss, and they still find themselves in the Neverlight Grove, a colony, big colony of myconid mushroom people who have found themselves divided based on evil that has infiltrated the group. And the adventurers have seen this before, and their adventures through Slubadop and now into the Never Goes that demons and their minions have infiltrated different sections and different races of the Underdark and are creating mayhem. And they have befriended a few of the Myconid, have ventured off into a cavern area where they feed them, where they grow plant food and other stuff for themselves for the feed the colony, and they were able to vanquish a couple of monsters in there that were killing them, the Myconid group. And then they came back and made their way up to the northeastern section of the grove and were confronted by another basically it was what was Yesta? She was a monstrosity that had some drow spore servants and a monstrosity that was created, not sure by what, but was basically they're stepping over body parts and actually live individuals who were basically being morphed into spore servants for this end of this creature, whatever it was. And they end up finding up also when they were starting the battle that one of their companions, Sereth, a drow who was definitely showing infection or madness, exploded into a myconid spore servant, and they attacked the party. So they vanquished him, killed off the drow spore servants that were here. There was one that was kind of moaning. There was actually a drow that was still not quite dead that was yelling out to kill her. They took care of that. They've taken care of the Yesterbrod, which was the monstrosity. And right after they were finishing up that battle, they begin to hear off to the northwest under this huge mushroom that is basically, it's actually, y'all haven't seen part of it, but there is this huge, gosh darn it, I hate it when I grab the map wrong. There is a cavern area, and you're seeing what looks to be this pit, and there's this, like I said, it's a large dome top of a mushroom, and there's chanting and sounds and kind of a cacophony of music coming from there. And echo, what you basically hear after the last after Yesterbrod died is this echo spills from the misty cavern beyond, a cacophony of wheezing voices that rap together that sound some kind of discordant music. Some of the Myconids of the one circle were watching Philo and his group, and they basically made their way, and when they noticed the fighting was ending up, they ventured on and moved out of sight around the other side of this big, huge dome. And you basically, though, is through the mist that kind of shrouds this area, you see kind of parade of some creatures that are kind of making their way through the area, and they vaguely resemble humanoid creatures, but there are patches and clusters of this bioluminescent fungi and growth are kind of forming all over their decaying flesh. And their voices are kind of stabbing into the back of your minds, but it's kind of both insane and gleeful. And they sing this song that I'm really not going to sing. I can do some role playing, but it's best if I don't sing. And you will see what looks to be like it's if it wasn't for the sound of the piercing of the voices in your head, it looked like it's almost like a wedding party. And there's these bridesmaids. There's kind of a group of them that are flowing in kind of order, and then there's like what look like female Myconids, maybe what you think, or they're flanked by what seem to be 6 chamberlains, and they're just kind of all in this ritual dance and movement, and they're making their way. Let's see. They come out and they're coming up and over the rise, and you'd look, and let me back up. Banjo, you would have backed up a little bit. I'm going to back y'all up because this group all of a sudden comes up out of the mist, and they're coming.
I'm gonna have to Google some of these words.
They're big words, aren't they?
Hey, Dirt.
Yeah.
I smell fire.
Yeah. I wish I had my 4th level. Do we get a short rest?
I feel
Mm-mm.
short rested.
Yeah, you feel it, but you don't get it. And so,
Hey, Duff, did we recognize the priestess? Because I had it written down that it was some kind of Drow priestess.
no, no. So there was the lady. There was the one that you killed. You've already, you tried to ask that. You did not recognize who she was. Remember, she was covered and pretty much on her deathbed, and she was just screaming out to kill her. The only thing that you have pulled so far is you had the necklace that she had, which you can tell is a Drow priestess necklace. You're assuming that because you've seen them before on different Drow in your lifetime. And then there was a pile of there was a pile of stuff that was kind of right next to her, which is that circle that's right here.
Like an armor and some sword. Armor and a sword.
That's correct.
Okay.
That's correct.
All right, but we don't know if she was one of the 2 from the original where we were jailed.
You don't know. You didn't. Okay. You didn't recognize the voice. She never said her name, anything like that, and she was too far disfigured, and so,
That's
too disfigured, and yeah, my dog was barking too. Like they hear each other over the internet.
Yeah.
All right. So this party. Go ahead.
Would that poison, that 1 minute long poison that was on me, be off? And also, there's some acid damage on Hondo.
Acid damage will come off because we say it's down just for a few minutes while this is taking place. So let me see. Is there anything any of y'all have? No. You can take the ongoing off there. And your poison will start clean because I don't remember all that's going on. So they're basically moving. They're moving in this formation, and it looks like there's some type of they're lost in their own reverie, and there's some type of obscene ritual that there's all taking place right there, and they basically are coming towards y'all, but they aren't paying it. They paying no mind to anything that's around them, but they're just kind of moving to where y'all are standing, where the Yesterbrod was or was supposed to be.
Can I make an insight check since I specialize in the obscene?
If it wasn't named Deadbeats, I'd have to say no, but yes, go right ahead. What would you like to insight on?
Oh yeah!
I'd like to try to discern their general attitude. Are they being respectful? Or are they on their way to murder somebody in some kind of ritual fashion?
They look like it's a wedding, is what it looks like to you. Only way to explain it, the way they're dressed and the way they're moving, and while you're sitting there talking, right in front of you, where Yesterbrod fell. Let's just say the body was I don't remember. It was somewhere right in here where y'all killed her. You know, y'all were kind of up on top of her, and what's left of her as y'all have hacked her apart. You're sitting there, and 3 spore servants begin to come up out of the ground, and they rise up and they pop up and they grab the body of Yesterbrod, and they kind of bring it forward to be in front of this group. And you're watching this, and one of the bridesmaids actually contains photos, and one of the what you basically looks like a bride and a groom basically kind of come to stand in front of what is Yesterbrod's body. And Eldith, so Hondo runs back here, and Eldith goes, "Isn't this so pretty? We should do this too when we have time."
No.
I thought it was like an evil wedding.
No. I know, right? Anyways, no. Go to bed, no.
Y'all are watching this, and yes, and it's like this wedding. They're swaying. It's definitely not a wedding like you've seen before. If this could be, a Myconid wedding, you're just not sure. You've not been a part of this ceremony before, and we're swaying. The singing is just becoming obscene. It's very loud, and it brings the tears to Eldith's eyes as she snuggles up to Hondo here. But then when you're sitting there watching, this haze forms in everybody's vision for a moment, and it changes. In this vision, it kind of hits you, and what you begin to see is this before you is the tableau of the mock wedding is replaced by a vision of the inside of a great tower. Spiraling stairs and balconies are carved into walls, and the interior lit by phosphorescent patches of mold growing in the walls. In the center of this open space floats a humanoid figure, woman-like in form, but made entirely of fungi and mold. She is easily 3 times the height of the fungal bridesmaid that move up and down the spiraling stairs, trending toward their giant mistress. They croon a strange, soothing song as they weave the substance of the giant figure into delicate lichen veils of a long mycelian train like a bridal gown. And you're basically seeing this, it's like a formal, what was replaced by a wedding is now some type of, demon summoning. And it's visions, it's flipping back and forth between what y'all are looking like. We're seeing what's in front of you, and my God, the dogs.
All right, where's the ketoconazole or the antifungals?
Rachel! God Almighty! Okay, that's what you get for having a German Shepherd. I can bellow down the street level. All right, so you're basically seeing, it looks like some type of perverse wedding that's happening here, and the visions cloud. They kind of shift back and forth between the wedding and this vision and this tower of this giant mistress fungi demon. It's the only thing you can think that it is. And I'm understanding that that maybe, actually, I'll tell you what you can do. Y'all can all make me wisdom saving throws. Y'all, please. Are we losing Varus?
Varus is having a really bad connection, it sounds like.
Well, looks like everybody's saved except for Varus. Well,
right.
I'll roll Varus real quick, just in case, since he's having connectivity issues. It was a wisdom.
It was a save, not a check.
Do I have to make a wisdom throw?
Yeah, wisdom
cannot
save.
hear you.
That was me though.
Wisdom saving throw. I made it for you though. So Ruckus. Oh
I think they're
no,
the same.
they're the
Ruckus
same.
is-
I'm
yeah,
not.
they're
Yeah,
the
they're the
same, yeah.
same. Don't worry about it. Yeah. So
I just heard Dirtles say. I just heard Dirtles say, "No, it's a save, not a check." And I was
Well,
like,
I was
"Oh,
hoping you would roll higher the second time around.
I'm not worried about it."
yeah. Um.
We're just waiting to get to the killing, anyways.
You basically yes. You're understanding that what you're seeing is this reaching
Fireball's
back
going to take them all out.
into the depths of your mind as something madness was trying to creep in. What you're fighting off is the vestiges of some type of demon. Yes, and what happens though? So the vision ends when the ceremony does, after which the creatures false. Okay, so you basically watch this vision form, and y'all are able to pull yourself back out of the great tower deal, and this basically it looks like the bridesmaid and this chamberlain is the two. They're basically the bride and the groom, lock in an embrace, and they all kind of raise up their little hands and they begin to move back down away from everybody.
Get up there, Dirt. Fire it off.
I was going to say, too late, they all ran away, but I'll see. I'll try.
Well, they're basically done. This wedding
come
is
on, we don't
over.
want whatever's about to happen down there. We don't want that. So
I
And
can
the-
still get them all.
The spore servants
it.
basically begin to dissipate back into the ground, and the body is dumped and left right there.
So we actually don't get to.
chuck it.
These creatures begin to make their way down in the cavern and under this huge dome of the mushroom. This big, huge mushroom that is basically what is like their temple, you believe. And they all begin to move and disappear, and the haze and the fog begins to reform in front of you in this whole cavern area and
He doesn't
covering
get
up.
a fireball off.
Well, they never. You wanted to nuke them. They never
I think-
attacked you.
Always.
Yeah,
I mean, I put them back. You're gonna nuke them. That's fine. They didn't. They were. It was a wedding ceremony.
a wedding
Allegedly.
ceremony that
Allegedly.
you said looked like it was for demons.
Yeah, I was going to nuke any demons I saw. I said that at the beginning of the game.
Well, the demon was in your vision.
Yeah, and I'm not for giving demons the right to marry.
I was joking. I'm not going to nuke them if they've already disappeared.
No,
Yeah,
you want to
we're
nuke them.
nuking that.
We are.
Are we? I guess
I don't-
that's what I was thinking. We're nuking them.
I
Dirtless
would,
casts a half-hearted fireball.
I would, but I don't have a line of sight on them. I would totally nuke them, but my line of sight is totally skewed right now.
We're gonna have to go dig them out like ticks.
All right, everybody, nuke them.
I mean,
Hey man, this is all on you. You make the
He
call.
was our ally.
Yeah, we
Don't we
don't
have a
have
friend here?
we don't have time to take a consensus.
We're gonna
Uh-huh.
die, right?
Yeah, if you want, roll it. It's up to you.
Oh, he's gonna roll it. What
Make
a
an
murderous
intelligence-
bastard!
Make an intelligence check or a wisdom check to see if it's a wise decision.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
Nice decide.
I mean, don't listen to me. I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
I'm waiting on y'all. It's up to you, Dirt. What do you want to do? They performed this wedding ceremony, and then they began to turn around as though the wedding had taken place between these two. And
Do all of them look like demons? And they're
They're
just
not demons.
like on
They're myconids. They're not.
Do they look like possessed myconids?
Possessed
They-
of great wisdom.
The way they're not acting
Compassion.
or moving in the same fashion that the myconids that you have seen. That
Where's
this
the
has been-
city? Maybe the city can
I can't
people.
fireball these guys because I think they're control.
Roast them.
No, I can't do it because I don't think they're acting on their own will.
Yeah, exactly. Which means they're murderous, traitorous.
I was
bastards.
only gonna nuke them if they looked at me funny.
He's trying to do it because he knows that Eldith is giving the look, and so he's trying to make this wedding look bad. So he's got an
It
excuse
is
out.
bad. It's a wedding for demons. They walked up to a corpse and were like, "Oh, that's great. Let's marry."
I'm gonna
this
tell
thing."
Hondo to go desecrate that corpse that they just
Alright.
came out to.
So they all get
What?
away. Right.
Exactly.
They
all
they
go.
basically make their way back down underneath this huge dome.
Yeah, we let them make their way underneath the huge.
They
dome
leave. They've
because
turned around. They turn
I
around.
didn't see him doing anything threatening.
No, you have this dark.
Other than be demons.
Well, no, they're not demons. No, but they definitely.
They met up and had a little conversation with the demon.
One of the vision that you saw, it was definitely a demon form in a
Well, I'm
mic.
gonna fireball the
Okay.
demon.
Well, that's in your vision. That wasn't real.
He fireballs himself.
Yeah, he's gonna point the finger to his earlobe and go, "I'm gonna clean my brain out." Okay, and so fire comes out the other side of it, through his brain. So no, she looks like she was overseeing or a part of what she's got this group doing. She's in control of them.
Hey, Ruckus, tackle that last one so we can question it before he disappears.
Which one?
I don't know the last.
It's
Who's ever going under the dome last?
they're all going back under the dome. They're walking in a
the
procession.
last one.
They're all together. They're not like stragglers. They're all in this formal procession and dance together.
Hey, I'd like to speak to you for a minute.
Yeah. Tap him on.
Yeah, and they don't. They pay you no mind, as though they don't even see you.
We're gonna let them all go. They're all going. We're not gonna fireball them. We're not gonna attack them.
That's just rubbing him raw. You can hear.
As I like have my axe halfway in the air.
They didn't even.
Said, stop them.
They never even recognized that you were there. Never even saw eye contact. There was no acknowledgement that any of you were standing there watching this. Okay.
Hey, you guys, we gotta help these guys. They're obviously possessed. We have to find out the root of the evil and rip it.
What?
Might have
Where
something to
is-
do with a demon, I think.
Yeah,
let's find out.
what you're seeing kind of okay.
Where's this guy been the past year and a half?
So what you're seeing is this is kind of a side view. You can't see it all down there, but the top part of this glowing mushroom is the top part of this dome that you're seeing in front of you. This is like the cavern below, and they've made their way down into the depths of this cavern area, and this is a huge mushroom stalk that is towering up from where y'all are kind of seeing the cap of it, and they've told you they basically call this Igmorgus. It's a
That's pretty
mushroom
cool
of
looking, by the way.
titanic
Yeah,
proportions.
that's pretty cool.
All right, is huge, and there are more of them down there, and you see others. You can hear off in the distance. There's other myconids. There's a cacophony still of chanting and stuff going on, and you can go over there, and basically as y'all get closer to Yesterbrod, her body begins to dissipate and break apart, and it's being overtaken by the fungus and the lichen in this area and all that. It's basically just like what happened with the Drow. It's being consumed by the land. All right.
Nature got what nature deserved.
Something like that. The cavern around this Igmorgus is huge. It fills almost everything in this chamber from floor to ceiling, from what you see. Are you going to remove your fireball?
Well, I can't. I don't have anybody to remove it.
Well, you just remove the
I'll
circle.
remove the ring.
Mhm.
Yeah, I will.
You should fire one off at the base of Igmorgus.
You basically can see, there's a garden down there somewhat below, but there's this 20-foot high crescent-shaped ledge, hugs the cavern wall, and gradually slopes down to the lower basin. The ledge is covered with a carpet of moss and fungi, scores of visibly sized lumps and pock marks where pools of vile fluids and ooze kind of scab around the whole area. The entire ledge, from what you see, is difficult terrain. Let me bring this map over a sec so I can remove. I can kind of see. Oop.
Whoops.
There we go. Let's get Fantasy Grounds under wraps here. All right. The vision, and when they leave and when they slide down and away, your vision kind of clears up for a brief moment. There was an onslaught of your senses taking place when that group was there, and this ritual, the extra vision that became to you was definitely, Hondo, you were just accosted by the evil that was in that vision. That was pure 9 pits of hell evil.
Oh man, I can't believe we didn't attack these guys.
So
Well, not
wait,
them. The vision the
is
vision.
the wedding over?
Yeah.
No.
Yes. That was all
These
it
guys
was.
show up. We have a vision of evil, and then they go away, and then the vision of evil dissipates.
There are a bunch of mushrooms that are like mind controlled. I couldn't just like wipe out.
You got to remember that you're facing very similar, because we haven't played a lot. You're forgetting a lot of the background stuff that you're facing. Slubadop was the same way. That you're seeing that there are sections of the life forms down here are overtaken, and that this colony was just like Slubadop. They were split. And the other inner circle guys, I forget their names, I need to pull them up, were ones that were trying to tell you that something bad has been happening here. And the group, the colony's being split apart by
the
an unknown force. Yes. This is a recurring theme that you guys are getting now everywhere you travel. Though they're about as hard as a rock in their heads doing all this. I got to basically feed it to them that you are in a shit storm of evil, and you got to figure out what the hell's going on.
Okay, the last time I was in a shitstorm of evil, I killed everybody. I think we should just go with that.
I agree, because that worked out well for us.
Yeah, Dirtless really made the wrong decision by not fireballing them.
I think that okay. Then so the Demogorgon will come visit you. Okay, actually, this is a different Demogorgon, not actually the Demogorgon. Hondo will recognize it as what you believe in the enthrall that you saw was Zugmoy. Oh my God, I don't know how the hell. Zuggtmoy.
Let's just call him Zugmug.
Zugmoy.
Zugly.
Zugmoy. Yes, you might want to Google that real quick to tell you who that is.
I would recognize him as long as it didn't require a religion check, because
you already know who it is.
Go.
Yeah, I'll spare you that. Reading up on evil mushrooms now. Oh my God, we are way out of practice with this group. Sorry for the bad TV tonight, bad Twitch. This is painful. Oh my gosh.
So are we killing Zuggy?
No, let's go get to the killing, man. Come on, we gotta go.
Oh, they think they can. They want to face a demon. I should just throw them. Okay. Alex, tell me. So you've got this pit. Yes, you have this huge cavern below you, that is very much like the picture I saw you. It's all these luminescent, glowing. There are this cavern. There's difficult terrain. There are these mounds, and you see stenches of pools of decay and rot and stench coming up off the ground. You can actually see the smell, if it had a physical viewable form, floating up like heat. When you see coming off of a hot pavement, you can see the heat rising up through the air. You're seeing this in the dark. This is coming up off the ground. And there's pools of stuff just in different spots. You see It's stench of the decay, and it just wraps all around you as you get closer to this ledge and this mushroom. And you know that the other circle, part of the circle that's there, is with on Philo's side, and the other one is, what's the other? Don't Mike and Ed, Shriekers, important NPCs. Basidia. Yeah, Basidia, knows that this is, that he doesn't go back there, that is, the trouble began back in this cavern area. And Philo.
So wait, is this the mushroom that we're approaching? Is this the Eastern Plateau?
Yes, this is what they had blocked off before.
Yes, that's correct.
So Basidia doesn't want to go over here.
Basidia knows that the evil, some of them won't go over there. No, they've actually gotten. There's been thought or process that you've kind of picked up on, that there's some that may actually want to. They're thinking about leaving, and he knows that if they leave, it's the end of the colony. That they're probably none of them will survive. They thrive in numbers, and keeping themselves safe, and they've had this grove as being part of their, who they are and their culture and their way of life for eons. And now, because they're at this desperation point that if they split apart where they have to, that it's probably ended their way of life permanently.
So what does Basidia want to do? Like, she doesn't want to go close, but she doesn't want.
Well, they have no answer. They have no idea what is going on here. This is not something their intelligence is smart as far as survival down here. But you're getting the idea that Myconids, they're not understanding these waves of emotions and the wave of evil. This is stuff that is very foreign to them, and they are incapable of comprehending. Bigger trains of thought like this. They see something's changing. It's they can understand that it's not good, but to fight it, to accomplish it, they've had no luck. They've not understood. Just the same thing as the other creatures that you've run into here. What is causing all this? And you saw it in Glackelstug, with some of the way the Durgar were acting and responding to each other, and the way that some of them were changing rules and being, just on the whim. And then same thing with Slubadop, with the two sets of the fish people fighting against each other. And then that, when that was going on, it rose to a head. All of a sudden you had the Demogorgon that came up out of the lake and came to attack the city. Now you're running into another demon that you're seeing in your visions that has infiltrated, or something has done something to this colony of Myconid. And they don't have an answer. Doesn't, from what you can tell.
So, Hondo, how do we stop a demon apocalypse?
Well, my plan is to head to...
Eat all the mushrooms!
Eat all of them.
Yeah, if it's really
Mushroom casserole.
The demon queen of mushrooms, then that she might be beyond our abilities. So I think
any queen is definitely beyond her.
I think Vera should run towards the big mushroom and start a bonfire at the base of it.
Help him.
Was that a yes, or?
Okay.
That's a yes.
Oh, Varus is going to run up here to the ledge? Oh, Varus, I love you. Varus ran up to the ledge. Varus, when you get up into this ledge area,
You're taking advantage that I don't know what's happening.
I know, and you ran full speed ahead. You have run over a large ledge area that's, like I said, covered with carpets of moss and fungi, and there's scores of variously sized lumps and pot marks where there are pools of vile liquids suppurate and ooze, some drying out and scabbing over. It's very difficult walking through here. And as you moved across a couple of lumps, you saw that there are writhing creatures inside these lumps. And it's like a minefield. It's like...
Anybody read Jim Butcher's books? The Vord? Sounds exactly like that.
You've got just
The board? Oh yeah.
No, the Vord. VORD. Jim Butcher fans? Anyone? No. All right.
Board.
Hold on a second. I got an answer for you. Where is it?
Oh my God! If you haven't read those books, you're missing out.
The board.
You're gonna. Elvis says, Hondo, go help Varus. Go up there.
I want him.
Be a man. Be a dwarf. Earn your beard. Nope. So Varus ran up there, and you're noticing that there are writhing creatures inside some of these lumps, and though they look humanoid, you also see a few that you recognize as some of the other creatures in the areas, like giant spiders that are molding down there. You see some gricks, which you have run into before, maybe some nothics, and there's just scores of these mounds everywhere, and you're also seeing lots of forays flowing from ceiling to floor, moving about, sticking to everything in here, and then melting into, when it lands on something, melting into it, and some of it then comes back out and pops out like a little dandelion when it kind of spreads all out. And you're standing there, and one of the lumps begins to bubble up next to you and burst out. And when it does, this scream of agony and terror just comes out. And it's another drow individual. It's long hair, long white hair, breastplate. But you're not sure if you're looking at the head of it or the butt end. The limbs are gone. It just kind of moves around, what's left of its body. And there's basically, you see the head kind of there, just semi-detached from the body, maybe it's finishing up and there's barely any life into it. And it looks up at you, is screaming, and it locks eyes with you for a moment, Varus. And you both are staring at each other, and the screaming stops. I mean, dead stops. And these eyes that look like they were just full of terror and madness, for just a brief moment, lucidity looks at you in terror. And then the eyes roll back into the head. And then the body just collapses and begins to, it's like a balloon, and the air just went, and you see it just kind of ooze back down into the hole in the ground, just kind of covers back up. And then you feel this little bit of a rumbling, and you turn and you will see the mushroom kind of shudders for a brief moment, and you feel this sense of delight just for a brief second as that happened right in front of you.
Delight?
Delight. Yes, delight. We lost you.
The same.
What, Varus? We lost you. You might have to type it in chat. Bonfire on what? You've got, this is your bonfire's 5-foot section. There's ooze. This area is not, there's some dry, but there's wetness. I'm going to let you know that creating a bonfire, you have not got the strength or the power to set this area on fire.
But he has the will to try.
He can try it. Yeah, I would say, okay, yes, DM Duff's got to allow the try from now on. I shut the door too many times on my players. But you may try all you want. Yes, go right ahead. I'm letting you know, perception-wise, that you're smarter than this, that you will see that fire, that your power is not great enough to be able to set this whole area on fire, nor you think would it burn. Make me a perception check when you move right to the ledge there for a moment, please. Varus. And now make me a deck save. Oh, please fail. Please fail.
Oh, come on.
Oh, I'm going to Varus. Yeah.
This is officially hacked.
Here I'm Varus, you get this. This is what you see, and you see I whispered that to you in Fantasy Grounds, and you're seeing that, and then you're turning to relay that back, and you lose your footing, and you slide. Y'all see one moment Varus is there, the next minute he is not there anymore.
I think he's shapeshift, guys.
I think this is a small spider.
You just be quiet. You're down there for a moment. You're sliding down. You'll get there. You'll get your checks in a second. I'm trying to see what happens with these guys. Oh, Ruckus runs away, but Hondo runs up.
Come on, I can't leave him to fall down there. I gotta go up there.
All right. So you see Varus. Yeah, he's slide down and he kind of lands down the bottom of this pit area, and he's got gook and slime all over him. Yeah, I know he's trying to change himself into a giant spider while he's doing all that, and he can in a moment here. And you also see him at the feet of that Hondo. I just text you. All right.
All right, give me a second to read all this. Oh my God.
Now that you see that is
within reach.
Yeah. Oh, Banjo wants to come on up. Oh, Banjo wants to see this too. This is sweetness. All right. Now Varus, that you slid down there, and you're right into at the edge of some of this, but just like the wedding, they are not paying any mind to you. So just so you know, Weeble the Wazzles come up now. You two guys got perilously close to the edge there. I will allow you to make dex saves with advantage, that the area doesn't crumble away from you.
Alrighty.
But because you saw where Varus was standing, it gave way. His big lugmas. There you go. Okay.
May I use acrobatics, please?
Yeah. Whatever you like. It's just basically, I'm making sure that you don't step too close. Oh boy, did you ever? You would have gone down with him. Yeah. So it's another. So you Ruckus and Dirtus, y'all are not watching this, but you won't know this. But you're seeing the dancing that's going on. That it's another horrific show of this can't be Mike and Ed's true purpose or their way of what they're doing. That this is something completely different from what you're watching, and they basically stand around, and there's creatures, definitely. These creatures bump into each other. It looks something like that, but it's a dance, and they look like they're trying to yell and scream out or what they're doing, but it's just more like hisses and groans, that are coming out of it. However, coming out of the ground next to you, Hondo, where y'all are standing, more of these pools open up, little pockets of little mounds open up. I'm sorry, and these, more humanoid creatures. Drow, you see, it's one looks like a hook horror comes up out of the ground and it just lets out a scream, and then it's just kind of begins to melt apart as it comes and hits the air, and the stalk of the mushroom kind of vibrates when that happens. It's like the remaining life. Ignormus? Yeah, of Ignormus. Yes. The whole area shakes when you've this mound explodes, and basically that's what you're thinking. You're seeing is the remaining life force, the vestige of this creature is finally eaten by the ground, or eaten by whatever's dealing here, but it's kind of absorbed, and then it rocks up through the ignormus. Yeah, it should be ignormus, but it is Morgus in Morgus.
Big Morgus.
Mm-hmm.
So, is there a way that I can do some kind of check to see if it's better to like mercy these things that are buried or leave them be?
There's hundreds of them everywhere along this ledge.
Yeah. So, I mean, if we have to like if I could be like, hey, dirt, light it up with fire, or is it not worth it? Or
that's your conscience. You can make that decision. You don't need me to roll. You see what you see. What would Hondo do?
Well, I don't like the fact that there's living creatures under this, whatever this is, just basically waiting to be absorbed by this thing. So I guess I would try to, with whatever capacity we could,
So while you're contemplating that, there's a lot here, and so you're going to take a lot of time. It's not something that's going to be easy because it's difficult terrain. Plus, these mounds are shifting and bubbling and stepping around, and the tremors as these as another pocket opens up, and the remaining bits and pieces of life force is pulled out and sucked away, and you also do hear some cackling, and for a brief moment it sounds like chatting, and then you pick up some spores, which is Philo down there, reveling. Actually, I'm not you, Hondo, but Vars, you picked this up, knowing what the spores, being in contact with sloop. What was our stool? That Philo's down there reveling about bringing so many new guests to attend the party, that this, to him and some of the myconids that were watching and participating and seeing these humanoid creatures, that are erupting and out of the ground, and the forms of these creatures that are dancing here, which are all different sorts of humanoid type creatures. There's even Durgar down here. It's like a party, and you're watching this dance that's taking place as you've been trying to get your footing, and they're drow dancing. If their bones were like melting, they kind of, they lose their structure, and they kind of begin to slowly kind of dissipate and fall to the ground. You've got Durgar that kind of act like they're trying to roar with mock merriment, and then, excuse me French, but vomit slime up out of themselves and kind of up all over the place. And you've got Nothics, if you remember what a Nothic is. That was a one-eyed creature, kind of humanoid creature. They kind of leap and caper and then rip each other's arms off. It's just this,
So they're all happy then.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. It's a sight that for Vars being a druid and of life and all that this is perversion that just is rocking you to your core. Vars, you may take an action. Vars,
After seeing this, I hope that I can please a woman sometime again.
That you can get this out of your head enough to ever please a woman.
Where are you going, Hookus? Don't run away.
Has Ruckus had enough of this?
There's something really important over here.
Ruckus is listening to the screams. He basically can make it his cat ears are picking up some of the scream. Vars, you're sitting there watching this. Go ahead. They're not paying attention to you. I'll tell you that much. Once again, they just are dancing and all around you step over you. You've backed up, and I would say you've put your back up against the wall there, as you were watching this.
How big
You're going to have to type it. Your words are coming in and out every other word.
The problem is even though he's backed against the wall, he keeps inching closer to the group, if you know what I mean.
Trying to see how really far down he is.
I think he wants to go down there. I don't know why.
It doesn't really tell me. It shows me it's a giant mushroom tower, but it doesn't give me tire ledge. It's 20 foot high. That's right. My bad. He's 20 feet down. How big is the space?
Like a
well, he was talking about doing a giant spider, but I was giving him a brief moment to back up out of the way, and you guys moved up, so I was giving you time to respond while he slid down there and, was getting his bearings. And then Dirtless and Ruckus ran the other direction to protect the rest of the group in their way. And now Hondo's backing up. Oh, boy.
Well, yeah, man. I mean, if you said the ledge is crumbly and...
Well, that's why I gave you your decks. That's why I gave you the decks, though,
Yeah.
so that you could see that, you're stepping around. And
so...
Yeah.
If I stay where I'm at, I'm okay then?
You're good for the moment. Yes, correct. That's why I gave you that save.
Okay.
All right.
All
You're
right,
just going to change into a spider, Varus. This is my action. Not a giant spider, just a regular little spider. Okay, so once minute you guys are sitting there, Varus is basically became a little spider. And as he's doing that, Varus, the three of you are watching this, and a form in the middle of it, kind of up. Well, you guys are kind of hard to see where y'all at, but this is Varus is seeing this. Some of the dancers kind of reveal, they kind of stop a little bit moment. A form rises up out of the fungal muck that is down there that they're dancing around, and that as the group, the dancers, some of the revelers dissolve and flow into, and the vomit and all the crap. This is just one vile scene that you're seeing. You see this form rise up out of the muck, and it is actually Vars. Well, you recognize it. It's the Drow that you saw first come up out of the ground when you stood over there. It kind of opened up and exploded. You see this form just come up out of the muck down below you, and it begins to then take in part of the dance. But now it's kind of reformed, but it's definitely more myconid. You might think it's a spore servant, but it's being controlled now. It's definitely not the Drow anymore, but you could tell that it is the same Drow that was on this ledge that opened up, blew apart, that you made eye contact with, because you see the face, and you can't tell anything. But I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, though, when you see this, because this is an assault that is not something you're prepared for and ever went to druid school for. I need a wisdom saving throw, please. And you failed. There we go. Oh boy. You have one level of madness upon you, Vars, in your little spider form. Now what?
Basically, they had a marriage, and now they're having the reception, right? Right?
I'll grant that what you're seeing is something. Yeah, there's some. Yeah, it's another form of the revelry going on. Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. Giving that to you. I need madness, though.
That's just how my brain tries to put it together. But being a bugbear gladiator, he has not seen many marriages.
Gotcha. Madness. I need madness. Go ahead. Well, I'm trying to find the madness table.
Well, I'm just wondering if this is not the main. Is this the main area?
I'm not sure what you're asking me.
I can't remember if we left Neverlight Grove and have we come back to Neverlight Grove?
Yeah, I remember. Okay, so you came here in the beginning and you met the
Eastern
different
Ledge,
circles,
Eastern Ledge.
and then you left to go to where their garden area was, where they kind of grow stuff, and they have all different types of fungi because you took out the shambling mound and the alpha grick, and you've come back, and this area where y'all are at was all cordoned off from y'all. They had a big fence, and they began to open up, but it was also cloudy. It was a mist, and it was part of the forays and something else that was controlling it, and then this visions in this. Go ahead.
Lubamub, is he available?
Lubamub. Let me see which one Lubamub is. One moment, folks.
He is the leader of the Myconid hunters. Is he around?
Yeah, they're back there. Yeah, he's back. They're back. Standing when this ritual and stuff again, they basically had backed up over here. I'll say they're back somewhere in this area.
All right.
Lubamub. I see. I found Lubamub. He is the leader of the Circle of Hunters. Yes.
All right. So I am going to move to, if you'll let me move this far, where Ruckus is, and I'm going to kind of give the head bob to Banjo and Dirt as I move towards Ruckus and see if we can chit chat about what we want to do.
You can leave them there. It's going to take takes a few turns. You know, move that way. You can't do anything while they're moving. And Ruckus is wandering off.
Oh, he's not even going to stay there. God damn it.
Banjo, Hondo walked away.
I'm just waiting for Varys to get out the hole.
I gave Banjo the, hey, I'm headed this way. We should talk, nod.
Yeah, I was just waiting for Varys. I don't know what he's playing down there.
I'm trying to find.
Well, he turned into a tiny spider. I don't even think we could see him anymore.
It's true.
So I'm just thinking Varys being Varys, he'll catch up once he gets up the ledge.
And I'm going to leave Wobble the Weasel there to either eat him or help him come back.
Varys, you can rate me a percentile roll, please.
look at Dirt. He's suffered from the push to talk.
Back on? Yeah.
Yeah, you're on.
Yeah.
I need a percentile die roll from you. And it's like, I think they're leaving you there, little spider.
No, that's us having faith in his ability to get up.
Oh no. Hold on one second.
So we shouldn't have left him.
Hold on a second. He asked me particular questions. Vars, I'm getting ready to whisper it to you. This is what you have to do.
He's gotten out of worse scrapes than this before.
Hey, can Wobble the Weasel make a perception check to see if he sees Wobble the Weasel?
Well, the spiders. Well, you can Wobble can make me a perception check to see if he sees the spider that was trying to blend in and come back up the. When you saw that was trying to come up the. No, unfortunately, Wobble the Weasel does not see that now.
But can Wobble the Weasel dance?
Vars, I'm very serious. Actually, that table that is what you rolled. I let you decide what your madness was. Your senses were assaulted by what you were seeing, and it was too much for you to bear, even in little spider form. And that is what you are right now, because you chose to be in a little spider form, and you're going to. All right, I'm going to give you also the roll here. I need.
Remember, spiders can spin a web.
He's
and
in a
they're
little bitty spider. There
they can
are
like float on it.
so oh son of a bitch.
He's probably like gonna attack us or something.
He has. I need you to make a dice roll, and table A is even, and table B is odd, and you can choose whatever dice you want to roll. And I want you to roll that, Varus, because this is what you're going to have to perform. You just roll the dice. Even is table A, odd is table B. Roll me a dice. Don't care which one it is. Even is table A. All right. So just all right, Varus. It's a bitsy spider. Hold on, I gotta put the spider. Oh no! Somebody got all uppity about what he was doing, and all right, here you are, Virus. Here is, and let me clear out initiative here because we're not in any combat order, except for Varus.
And none of us saw this.
Well, no, you guys all ran away. And Varus, you just put your ass down in that cavern. You ain't coming up the cavern.
I left Wobble the Weasel's there watching.
Wobble's the wheel of Wobble. Okay, so Wobble doesn't see the spider, but all of a sudden it sees this spore servant turn, and it's just like swatting at its back. It's hitting itself, and
I would have noticed nothing strange about that. I'm a cat.
well, it didn't. I'm sorry. I gave you the perception roll to see if you saw the spider, and you rolled horribly. You rolled a 6.
No, that's what I'm saying. I would not have noticed. I'm a cat. I did not notice anything.
Okay, now
And plus, we didn't run away.
We figured Varus had it, man.
Oh, that's pretty good,
Yeah.
Cyber. I just saw your post there. That's it. If Cyber goes, the itsy spitsy spider walked up the mushroom spout. Down came the madness and flushed his little mind out. What's the word I'm looking for?
Let the prey to us ring on his.
Yeah,
his
that's
awesome
inspiration for
shade.
Cyber, and yeah, we should actually. Here's what we'll do. Where's my? I can actually give Cyber a little show for that. Come here? And
Didn't we say that in chat a little while ago?
here you go, Cyber. This is just for you, pal. Let's see. It is. We'll do.
Oh yeah.
That's not what I want is the big explosion. There you go. That's all for you, Cyber. Well played, sir. Well played. Okay. You must take Vars. You're the spider, and you must do what I told you that you must do. You may do that right now with the spider NPC stats.
Have them.
Do what now? Yeah, man, this is just gonna. He just had to go do this with being in bad connectivity.
Spider cheats.
You've got the spider. You can't open up the spider. You can double click on the spider. You can't open up its sheet. It's character sheet. Oh boy, he's just really got. Oh man. I did. It's you can. Can you not click on the token or the spider in the combat tracker? Does it not open up the sheet? Because I've shared it in the combat tracker. Yeah, it's the fantasy grounds. Okay. I don't think I can.
Yeah, it doesn't open for me either. So
yeah, that's what's happening. Hold on, let me see if I can put it in the in the combat in the NPC. Well, y'all can't. Can y'all do it that way? Do y'all have the NPC button on Fantasy Grounds? I can't remember if y'all have that.
I think we have to open it. It's an option.
Yeah, go to the if you go to your library and make sure you click on and open and click on make sure NPC is one of the buttons. I added a spider there for you.
I don't see the spider on mine. I see
it's
skeleton and
blank.
sprite.
All right, well, I got to roll it for you then because we don't want to keep holding it up here. But basically, the spider is biting the myconid. And he bites it, and he gets a little poke. And since, let me make sure he is... Oh, he gets a, well, con saving throw. Wow, spider's got a little punch to it. Oh, but he succeeded. And so now, the myconid, so what Wobble sees is the myconid is now slapping, and it's not like its back and all that, it's trying to, hit something, and it...
And as a cat, he knows nothing.
Yeah, he hits itself, and... All right, what happens here is the spider connects. Why has he got disadvantage? You're on him.
It's a size smaller. Yeah, disadvantage. Yep.
Is it really?
Size. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's see. That's we'll do one more hit then. That's fine. I'll play that. I think he still hit you.
Yeah, I think he still hit.
Yeah, he's still gonna hit you, man, because it's right there. And 1 minute, Wobble is watching this what looked like a funky dance that was different from the rest of the myconids and the spore servants down there, and it connects, and there's a squish, and then all of a sudden, Varus is laying right on the ground next to the myconid. Varus, when that happens, you see another spore servant and 3, 1, 2, 3. All right.
I think you went to the wrong party, Varus.
All these creatures were dancing and all begin to turn, Varus, and all start coming towards you. You can roll me initiative, please, Varus. The rest of y'all just sit tight for a second. Actually, while Varus is in middle of combat, Mono E group, what is the rest of the group doing down here?
I was
Ruckus?
just coming down here to get a drink.
Mm-hmm.
I would have been looking
I was
through the
parched.
cat's eyes.
Well, you're
Wait.
seeing all that, but while that's taking place, these guys have all run down. You all have, the rest of you have run back down toward the bottom of this, the main area. I need to know what you're doing. You have no idea. This basically that's starting on Dirtus. You'll alert them in a second here, but
Yeah.
beginning, what are you guys doing?
Well, I wanted to have a conversation about whether or not we were going to move on or try to get these guys to engage. Like the Lubamub and Basidia, if we were going to try and get them to engage with us, what was happening down there, or leave it be. Since we can't take them on ourselves, so it's either we rally this group to fight or we get the hell out of here.
What does did you already try to ask your god to see if maybe he's got some insight to what's going on with this demon? I know you
Well, I
guys
mean,
aren't on the best of terms.
I know, right? Well, I mean, I know that it's it's like Queen of the Mushrooms kind of nonsense going on down here. So it's going to take some heavy hitters to take them out. But I can try to make a roll to directly ask the question if you want.
What about just like taking this mushroom down like a giant tree?
If we could get close to it, I suppose that's possible. But
They were saying something like they need the other half of the colony or something. I don't know.
Ask that again, Banjo. What was happening? Try to clarify for what you're saying.
No, I was just saying that like I don't know if they're gonna go to war with them or not.
You get a feeling that, so the hunters. So let me make sure you understand. The hunters, they don't have weapons. The hunters, they go and find their prey and all that, but basically what they do, and you're seeing, is that they find remains of creatures that have recently died or in the throes of death, and they bring it back here to use it as fertilizer and as stuff to reanimate as by the sovereigns to be a part of the their garden and all that. But they're Mike and Ids
they're
are
not
not
really so much hunters; they are gatherers.
They're scavengers, yes, they call themselves hunters, but they merely track down creatures that have died near the grove to use it for supplement. But you're seeing a colony that is not built for force.
So Ruckus would look at me and he's like, they call themselves hunters like you call yourself a healer.
Very much so. Now, you're beginning to see, Durless, what's happening to Varus down here in the disaster that he has put himself.
And as soon as I recognize that Varus is back up, I'm like, I would say, hey.
Varus, you need to roll me initiative, buddy.
Varus is at the bottom of the pit surrounded by shroons. He might need help.
Yeah, he's gonna in a second. I didn't choose this for them, folks. I did not choose this. So he chose this.
All right.
He chose this path.
Are we going to engage? Are we engaging?
Well,
full commit.
Yeah, save him.
So hold on a second. All right, so the last move, Banjo, that is it. And then we're going to start. There's going to be a round here for Varus, and then I will allow y'all to roll initiative to join in the fray, because Dirtless is now relaying this to y'all that this is beginning to happen. And
so before we do initiative, can I ask Ruckus if he can use his whistle to go down there and get him?
Get who?
Combat has started down at the bottom of the deal.
All right, but Ruckus does say he's going to do his whistle.
I don't know. You can do it. You can ask on your turn.
Well, yeah, but that's what I was saying. Combat started down there, but not for us yet. So can I do a...
Well, no, you miss it. Yeah, so combat is starting. I'm going to start that off, and Dirtless is telling you what he is being relayed by Wobble. So I'm going to do this round here with Varus, and then y'all may roll initiative so that you begin to react to what's happening.
Okay.
Okay. And Varus didn't roll very nice there. So Spore Servant number 1 is going to pull. He has a short sword, and he whacks.
Nice.
What is... Oh, let me say, I saw reckless attack. I was like, what?
Yeah, some reason I have reckless still on.
Oh, that's fine.
Even though I haven't done anything.
Yeah, we're probably out of... We weren't out of... we should have been flushed out of combat, but that's okay. Take it all off. Okay, so then Spore Servant number 2 moves around. While the dance is still going on, Varus will notice that these only ones... There's a whole bunch of other ones like this, but these ones are the only ones that pulled off. And then these hook horrors move up. They have a 10-foot reach, and they swing at... Well, they're not hitting shit. Wow. Did I roll any horrible? Well, there's one. All right, so he got one. All right.
10-foot reach.
It's got a 10-foot reach. Yeah. Yeah, the hook horrors do. These are actually hook horrors. Now, that's that. Now you may choose. It's your turn, so you do what you want.
Turn into a goddamn bird.
He wanted to go down there.
Or maybe a blue butterfly. I don't know.
So, a bee or something.
He chose to turn into a small spider.
Turn into a bottle of Head and Shoulders.
Yeah, turn into something with a lot of hit points.
I just hit his step. I just hit his step and run away.
Hidden step and run away.
Hidden step? Gotcha. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. All right, well, hold on a second now. Let me see what you can do. Suppose that you magically invisible and start your next turn and make a damage roll. Okay. All right, so you basically hold on there, Skippy. You got to. I need a dex check to go up the ledge. You don't get to just run up there because that's 20 feet. That's 20 feet up, pal.
Even as a spider?
He's not a spider anymore. He got squished. He's Varus.
Yeah, he turned the virus once he got squished.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, now that's 20 feet up to the ledge. Now you have the rest of your movement. 10 feet.
Run away!
Perfectly done. All right. So,
Oh, I have double move. Because a hidden step is a bonus action.
yeah, it's a bonus action, but you can't dash. Right?
Yeah, I'm dashing.
Wait. I thought that was Am I reading that wrong? Has it been that long? I'm being a dorp that you can. If he takes a
Dash
bonus,
is mean.
can he still dash after the bonus action?
Yeah, as long. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
I didn't. Thought his reaction. That's the bonus. That.
It just seems like a lot of movement for going up a slope.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
would
I'm
move-
sorry. He's
move
not
some
taking
movement
attack.
going up.
I'm okay. I'm in a door. Yes, Varus, run
Attack
away.
top, too.
Yeah, run away. Yeah, so you're good.
I'm behind my people.
So Robin ran away. No! Bravely ran away, away.
I didn't.
Now,
Oh, so
Then
good.
again.
okay, so there you go. The rest of you guys can. Now the rest of the group can roll initiatives. Okay. All right, I'm gonna. Okay, the spore servants were 18 and the hook cores were 5. Bear with me 1 minute. All right, hook cores were 5. I'm not giving them. Oh, what did I just change?
I don't know. Did they give him 55?
Ooh, what? Oh, that's what. Something moved on me. All right, spore servants were 18. All right. I didn't want to give them new initiative. They're where they're at.
Oh, Jim
Okay.
Jar was awesome.
All right, and there we go. So now we're at the start of the time. Boom, and Jim Jar. Well, seeing that all, I think it's time to leave now. Run away. What say you?
What?
Dirtless
Right.
runs. Are you going to take that movement?
Well, no, that was 45. I can't move that because I want to move 30. So can you delete that
I
movement?
just did. Mm-hmm.
I just want to move 30. And I want to prep an action to whatever comes up the ledge after Varus. I'm going to magic missile.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Can I-
Wobble's watching this.
Mobble's going to move as
You
soon
need.
as it... Oh.
Well,
I
actually,
didn't
you need to
roll
roll
for
him
Wobble.
initiative. Yeah, you need to roll him
Yeah.
initiative. Yeah.
Yeah, he goes before I do.
Okay. Well, then back
So
that up a
before
second.
that happened,
Yeah.
he would have ran. He would have ran that way. That would be his movement. I would have
Put
just had him
yourself
get out
in
of
a
this quick.
square.
I haven't zoomed so far out.
Yeah, you're fine. Hondo, do you want that movement or you want to take it back?
No, I do want that movement.
Okay.
Wait, is Varys actually there where he is?
Yes, Varys came running up out going, run away! Oh my god! And yeah, covered in slime and goop and
Hey guys, I found him.
And so I have number 2 targeted. Is he actually within 50 feet?
they're down 20 feet down in the pit. You can't even
so
see them.
They are 50 feet away, but 20 feet down.
That's correct.
All right, and let me double check Varys. Okay, I'll throw a heal on Varys. So give me 1 second. Actions. I can't reach him, so I will do, I believe, it's healing word, so here we go. Did I not have him targeted? Yeah, I did.
It says heal 9 to Varys.
Okay, and then I get 3, so I'm going to add 3 to me.
Okay.
And I will pass my turn. For some reason, I'm not doing it.
What? I didn't hear you. You broke up.
Damn, you can't go above your max.
Let's say hi to everybody while we're doing. We'll do a raffle for everybody in chat. We'll do a raffle.
I'm not showing. I should be at 18 wound, but I'm not able to change it for some reason.
I didn't see the. Do you have your own heal for that? Right.
Yeah. So every time I heal, I get 3 heal to me.
Oh, we don't have that coded for you. Crap. Okay.
No.
Thought we did. Yeah.
So it should be at 18.
Oh, it's power. Okay, yeah, plus the cast level. Yeah, I need to code that for you. All right. So you can.
I mean, I wouldn't really even bother since, we just got to get a few more weeks of this, but
that's okay.
I'm not sure why that didn't.
Why you couldn't change it?
I'll pass.
Yeah. All right. So Dro Spore Servant makes a Dex check and makes his way up. So you will see Spore Servant come up, and that's all he can do. Spore Servant number 2. Make a Dex check. He does not make it up. Stool is very upset and is moving back toward he can only move so much, but he's moving back towards some of the creatures of his own kind that are back there.
Did he come in my line of sight? Because I was gonna shoot magic missiles.
That one, yep. Spore 1 is at the top of the ledge there. Yes.
Boom! There you go.
You didn't have him targeted though, pal.
I controlled him.
Can you make a dex check to see if he fell down from the impact?
Let me give it. Hold on. That was number. Let me give the damaged.
Servant.
I'm giving it to him. Yeah. Don't cast it again. Oh, that was okay. That was me.
That's you.
Sorry.
That's not me.
It's me. It's the sound effects, which it's supposed to do. It's just re-registering in chat the sounds. Okay. Okay. And Ruckus right. Well, when it's his turn, he might make it. He might fall back down. You never know. Stool did. Darendelle, is watching this. They're holding. Banjo.
All right, I will second wind and seeing Daedalus just start blasting a fungus man. I will shoot with my longbow. And number 1.
Hey. Who else we got in chat tonight? Who's watching? Baboon? What's going on if you're there? Free? Zeb? I gotta send you a list of... I forgot to do that. I gotta put the list of what's in the wagon. Oh, you're a little late there, Dirt. It's already over.
I didn't think about it until you just said it.
We'll do it again a little bit. Anything else, Banjo?
Yeah, I'm trying to shoot an arrow, but I don't know if it's taking or not.
I don't see anything. Yeah, there it goes. I saw a dice roll, but
I see a heal
Yeah,
coming on.
that's the weird thing. I saw the dice roll, but okay, missed it.
longbow missed the servant.
Alright, I'll pass my turn then. It's being all slow again for some
Yeah,
reason.
boy, we're back to that. Not that again. No, no. Yeah, it had
I
him.
see a heal though. Who did you heal?
That was
Oh, I
he
healed
healed
myself.
himself.
Oh,
Now
that was
there's
the second wind coming.
yeah.
out.
Then
Okay.
he's got 2 attacks here that missed out. There actually was, but he passed his turn. It is not passed yet. Is it passed for you?
I've clicked it already, so.
Interesting. So let me move to Eldith. All right, Hondo, what's she doing?
She's gonna step up and
Whatever
she'll
he
take a
wants
shot.
me to do. Oh yeah. It's because we need to spend more time alone with each other.
All right, there she is. Redemption. Oh, that's a nice hit.
All right, takes him out.
I can't pass her turn, so
Yep, Ruckus.
be right back, guys.
Alright, smelling combat in the air. I'm gonna blow my whistle. I'm gonna fly over here.
Okay. Anything else?
Yeah, I'm just I'm thinking if I double move, I won't be able to attack or anything like that. So I will end my turn here.
All right. Thompson and Turvey will move up here to see what trouble they can get into when needed. All right. Hook horrors. That's 5. Wait, is that the right one? Wrong one. 5. And then dex check. 25. Actually, that's all they can do. Really? Yeah, it is. Okay. So they will move here. Dex check. Does not make it. This one can just move to here. Alright. Varus. Your turn. One that started this all.
I'm going to summon my 2 giant spiders.
Okay.
I need more minions. Can you guys hear me?
Giant. Oh, yeah, I did. Sorry. I was reading something. So 2. Yeah, I'm getting your spiders for you. NPCs. And giants. Spider 1. Giant spider 2. Boom. There are your spiders. Where do you cast them? How far can you cast away where they're at? Conjure animals?
60 feet.
60 feet. Okay, so you may put them wherever you'd like.
That's where I put them.
Okay. Anything else? And he runs over here. He hides behind the ferret. I'm not sure they're gonna see you there, Vars. Jim Jar. We'll back over here too. Wobble.
Wobble is going to run away from the scary looking spider. And he's going to look up into that upper corner area.
Move here and then look where?
To the left.
I'm not sure I understand what you're asking.
Yeah, to the left. You know, there's a big empty space to the left of us. He's gonna check our backs.
Well, there's Mikey did down there. Some of the, you know, those who were kind of still working the fields or the hunters, those who weren't kind of affected by what was been happening to the evil side. Let's say those who haven't turned to the dark side. They're kind of been watching and seeing what's happening here and kind of shuddering around each other. But since they don't, you know, you have no idea what they're doing because they don't, you know, don't have a vocal speech, but they're all kind of watching what's happening. That's all that's going on there. But he doesn't see anything. He doesn't see any. Yes, I
he'll be
understand
ready for any aggressive movement.
Yeah, he doesn't see anything. Now, critical hit Banjo. Okay, so Mai's going to give Banjo a critical hit. All right, Dirtless.
Thank you.
Do I have somebody targeted now? Yes.
Yep.
I going to Scorching Ray. I get 3 of those. Miss.
There's a hit. Okay. And another hit. Okay.
And I'm gonna move a little bit closer to Hondo there.
Hondo.
He said be right back, but that was like 5 minutes ago.
Yep, no, I'm here. Let's see. Just gotta double check some ranges. All right, I'm sorry. I've got a ton of people targeted. Hookworm.
You untarget Varus.
Yeah. Varus. Hookworm, Spore Servant 1. That's a guy, right?
That's the only one you can see.
55.
Yeah.
And I will cast Sacred Flame.
Okay.
I believe I hit the critical.
Well, you don't have to. Well, if there's no crit, if it's a save, there's no critical hit.
Okay, I'll undo that. Well, yeah, because my about.
Yeah, but that's on a melee or ranged attack. Not, well, okay. I guess I see what you're saying. You could do that if you want. Yeah, I'll allow that. That's fine. You want to throw the extra damage, critical damage on that? Yeah.
So
what you need to do is roll the effect first before you do the damage.
Okay, and
So does Sacred Flame, is that only half damage on that then?
well,
If you
no, it's just a miss. They either take it or they don't. I'll wait. I'll
Okay,
keep it until
save
I
it.
get a
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
So he succeeded. So that's all I got.
Okay.
So I will pass my turn.
All right. All right. We'll move up. Banjo, you've got a critical.
Thank you, Amai. I will use the critical and hopefully, hey, cool. So I stop the target in its tracks with my longbow
Ooh.
arrow as it pierces it.
Which one?
I don't know. I haven't chosen yet.
I'll be right back. My son's gonna be on the local news.
Go ahead. You're fine.
Oh, cool.
You're fine.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And that's the clip. Thank you, Amai. Let me put on my sneak. Or actually,
Oh,
no,
wait.
it's not sneak. Oh no, I do have sneak because I'm that weird type of rogue that just is always sneaky, swashbuckling sneaky. All right, here's the damage. I'm gonna hit number 1. Is that all right? Hook horrors or
Yeah. Yep. Just the one. Yeah. Because it's the one that's up top. Oh boy. Just but a scratch.
And I will use my bonus action to click my heels together and say, I'm not in Kansas, I'm not in the Underdog anymore. And actually get double my speed now.
Oh,
And
yeah, that's right.
disadvantage
You
on
got those
opportunity.
boots.
Yeah. Thank you guys.
Kicks butt.
Okay. Eldith.
Let's see. So she can see Hakora 1, and she will attack.
Why are my overlays all messed up? Damn it.
And that's her turn.
All right. 1 second. I'm checking something. That is horrible. I've got to recreate this damn thing. All right. Next is the ruckus.
Okay, I'm gonna continue on with my flight.
Waka! Okay.
Can I bowl myself straight through them? Like right
Strength
here?
on strength. If you, well, there's
Okay.
okay, so he's the only one up on the ledge. The other two are down there. They still have not come up.
Oh, so they're on the ledge?
No, they're down
they're
there. They're
locked?
trying to climb up, and they haven't
Oh,
made
okay.
it
I
up
thought
yet.
they were in the middle
No,
of climbing.
no,
up.
you were bowling pin. Yeah, we're trying to bowl for ruckus. Yeah, no, you only have the one up there.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna try just running into him.
That's well. Make your so make your ruckus inbound maneuver. Which way you gonna head toward him? And then it's just we'll just do like strength on strength, I guess. Then.
Yeah, I'll just go straight at him.
All right. Well, you're just gonna land up right here.
Yeah. So what I want to do is I want to try knocking him off and then just continuing my flight.
That's fine. Yeah, I get you set. Well, yeah, that's like half. Yeah, it's just like regular movement. That's no problem. So that was like what 30? What was that? No, 5, 10, 15, 25. Okay. So give me yeah, that's just strength on strength. So oh well, never mind. I failed horribly. So all right, so that will knock him down. So 20 feet will put him. It's 2d6. We'll give him 8 points of damage down here. And that's hook core number 1. Where's he at? Hook core number 1. Alright. Alright, so that puts you at 30 right there.
So I'm gonna finish. I'm gonna go over the cliff and then down, and I'm gonna land right next to them.
So that's 20 feet down. Yeah, that's there you are. You're down on the ground right there. Okay. And okay, well, they're trying to go up the cliff right now. Okay, now so you're gonna get their attention. All right. Oh boy. Where's my dice? I had 2 spore servants and 3 hook whores. All right, on top of the order. Ruck. Anything else?
And I will end my turn.
Oh, you did, Bar. Sorry, I'm showing up as a talker. Okay, you're just having bad internet. So can you move the spiders at all, Bar? Well, he can't hear me. Crap. I would assume that he would move one over here to attack. The other ones are down there. I don't know what he would do. Let's see if he can see. What do spiders do? What do spiders do? He's got. All right. He can't even. Oh boy. This is kind of important. It doesn't
Just have
choose
to move up and engage.
Oh yeah, I don't think I'm just gonna have the spiders engage this guy for the moment.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So they're gonna bite and hit and con saving throw. It failed, so it's takes some poison damage apparently. Okay. And then the next one will also bite. Hit. Damage. And con saving throw. Failed and takes some damage. And that Spore Servant dies. Hook Horse Servant now. Alright. Well, they will turn to Ruckus. Alright. Second one will move over here. Back. And oh, there went bars. Disconnected. Alright. And hit. While he's doing that, let me hook up my Discord. Oh man, he's just damn. It's his turn. Yeah. We got he's trying to tell me what they do. I got it. Let me put Prate for VAR. Okay. Alright, well that didn't take. Why didn't that take? Huh. My Discord is acting up as always too. That's really, I can't figure out why it does that. 1 second. Okay. No, still acting up. 1, 2. Who'd we... Banjo.
Looks like Ruckus dropped.
Ruckus dropped too. It sure
Yeah,
did.
it's
I was
weird.
like, why all of a sudden I was chatting and my overlay wasn't working right. There comes Ruckus, but
Sorry
yeah.
about that.
No, you're fine. We couldn't
Somebody
understand
called
what's
me.
going on. Oh, gotcha. Okay, so they did their attacks. Now Varus is, well, he's not done anything but control the spiders right now. So we'll just pass. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. Something's gonna happen here. Top of the order. I need to, D4. Okay, so
Did the spiders attack?
yeah, they attacked and killed one of the spore servants. Yeah, the one that was up on top. However, oh, as you connecting, I was like, why did I lose? And Ruckus, you will see as you're fighting more of them. And how many? There were 3, so all right, and two more horrors. Break away from the dance that is happening here, just so you know. All right, wobble. Is Dirt back yet? He may not be back yet. We'll hold his turn until he's back. Hondo.
I will.
There are
Since
no
everyone's
targets.
over
Yeah, there's no targets in view right now.
All right, so I'm gonna move up to there, and I'll ready in action.
Back.
And then-
Sorry about that.
It's okay. All right, so it's back to, so real quick, yeah, Wobble's turn.
All right, Wobble. He would have. I just want him back by me, kind of guarding my side.
Okay. And then you.
Well, if that
They're all dead on the ledge. Everything up top, everything's down below now. So there's nothing in view of you right now, combat-wise.
Okay. If I would have known they were dead, I would have gone up a little bit closer. I got a 30-foot movement.
You could
But I
have.
would have saved I would not have done a double action. I would have saved an action for anything that would have come up the ledge. I would have fired my magic missile at it.
That's fine. Nothing. Yep.
Yep.
You heard the caca and the
Oh, so Ruckus is up and
kamikaze maneuver took place, and Ruckus went up and over.
Can I ready? Oh, never mind. I already readied magic missile. I'm good to go. Okay.
Banjo.
Can I move up and see at any point, like down at least that one next to Ruckus number 3?
You'd have to move one a little bit closer to get over the ledge to look down, since it's a 20-foot drop, and there's then because the other is the roof of this, actually probably the roof of the mushrooms up and over your head, so you might be able to see down a little bit, or see the ones that you might see the one that's right at the edge of the mushroom. Okay, spore number 2, her core number 2, or spore servant number 2. Okay.
Can I hit it from here, like with
yes,
my daggers?
If you were throwing them, certainly.
Oh, it's 20 foot down or something?
Yeah, it's 20 feet down and then distant from where you're at. Yeah.
All right, I'll shoot an arrow down at it then.
Okay. Gotcha.
See if I can hit it. And I think like closing out my notes made everything speed up. It's weird. But I missed. So bonus action.
I was gonna say, what have I got shared map wise with y'all? I should have turned all that off. Yeah, I've turned all my maps off now. I'm trying to get rid of that out of the way. Eldith?
Nothing's come up, so she will move. She'll tuck in beside me and
I'll tuck in between you. All right. Why? This is Ruckus.
Okay, I'm going to continue slaughtering these disgusting spore people.
That's a hit. Boom. 2. Oh, took one out. There's a third hit. Spiders. Varus, you may move them. They could basically get down the ledge. Or you can keep them up here. Okay. Basically, the 30 feet movement on those guys, so yeah, they're roughly in there. You're fine. You see Ruckus?
That's
Spiders. Right. Yeah, you're fine. They're right there with that. That's their max movement. Wounded. Hey.
Turn.
Is that both of them? Oh, wait. Oh, you need to do the second one. Sorry.
Oh no, I did.
You did both of them? You have to put it in. You're totally lost on voice. You can put it in Fantasy Grounds if you want. Okay. Alrighty. Stros. Alright, we'll come up and attack. Hit the spider. Servant number 2. We'll attack. Miss. Hook core number 2. Well, oops. Attack Ruckus. Hit. This one will swing at Ruckus. Hit. Hook core. This one will move up. Evens, Ruckus, odds, the spider. Odd is on the spider. Hit. And hook core. This servant will move up here. And attack Ruckus. And a miss. Varus.
Closer.
Gotcha. Oh, you want Darendelle up there?
Yeah, I did that. I want to try and get him
No, they'll move up. I'll move them up.
to. Well, I want him to ready like a rope in case we go down to fight. He can help pull us up.
They're watching. All right. Well, how are you hitting? Okay, Varus, you can't.
Tell me I got disconnected again.
No, but you can't see them. They're down below. They're 20 feet down in a pit. From where you're at, you can't see anything. So the hit wouldn't even work. Just
maybe he's doing like that movie Wanted. You know, he's like curving the bullet.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, he just got popped out of. He'll hold an action. Yeah.
He
He's
said
gonna
if he got
hold.
disconnected, he was going to take off. So
I
Just a
bet
heads up.
Varus would
Yeah,
throw a
he's
bullet for
see,
Angelina.
and that's fine because I know what's going to happen here. Your death. Okay, so Jim Jar. Yeah, Jim Jar will move up too. And all right, wobble.
All right. Wobble.
They think I joke.
well, I mean, as long as you got it planned out, who are we to
It's okay.
who are we to disagree?
And can I see the hook? Servant 3, is he visible?
You can see. Not
Is he-
from
or
where
is
you are.
he-
You could see 5 and 2 behind Ruckus. That one's kind of up against the ledge for you. You'd have to move over to the ledge and take a chance of sliding down.
I've used all of my movement without double moving, so I am going to target 5, and I'm gonna witch bolt him. And so next on his turn, he takes an additional point of damage. No, sorry, my turn.
Okay.
My turn. If I keep it concentrated every turn, he'll
Okay,
take damage.
You have the effect to drop on him or the damage to drop on him, right?
Yeah, well, it just gives me another little blood dot.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's the extra damage when it's his turn. You get to throw that on. Yep. Okay, Hondo.
I will move up another. I guess I can move up 30 and can I see from there?
You may move up there. You may see. You see
And
pretty much all of them except for 4. Actually, you know what? You're at their edge. You can see them all.
okay. So Ruckus looks most pressed by 3, and I will target 3. And I am gonna chuck an axe at it. And that's a crit.
You might never get that axe back. You know that, right?
Yeah, that's all right.
Okay.
That's a crit. So let's see here. I have to. You want me to roll the effect first?
You roll the effect, yes, since it's going to be because so that's why. So the target's going to take its level damage. So this is who? What was this? Who were you hitting? Hook card number 5.
Yeah.
3. So that's 8 points of damage. Half its
Okay,
level, so
now-
it's 6 points of damage. Which
All
I'll
right, so
put
now
onto
I
it.
click on the critical.
Exactly.
For the damage.
Correct.
And it was this for slashing. And there we go.
All right, takes ongoing level. Okay, so it needs to take 6 from now on the start of its turn.
All right, so that's me. So I'll pass.
Mhm. Stool, Darendale.
And thank you again, am I? If you're still on.
I think she is. Nope. She left us. We got a slow night tonight. All right, Darendale's just kind of holding. Banjo.
I will shoot another arrow into number 3 here. We gotta get this guy out of here. Come on. Come on, let's hit. You gotta be kidding me.
No, they weren't kidding you. Eldith.
Let's see here. She can come up 30 as well. Right there, I think.
Okay. Oh, yeah. And while you do that, I need you, Hondo, to make me a deck save.
Deck save for Hondo.
For Hondo. You stood up to the ledge there.
Yeah, okay. Oh shit.
Oh, goody.
Okay, you slid down the embankment there. I don't give you fall damage.
Alright.
You're fine. But it was controlled descent, the Hondo's way.
Okay. Do you want Eldith to do the same?
At the end of her turn, I'm going to show you guys what this looks like. I posted this earlier for where this was funny stuff. This is what your descent looked like. I put it in the Discord chat.
Me personally, my descent.
Yeah, this is what if you look in the Discord Deadbeats chat, and I posted this for one of the other groups. But this is you going. This is you guys going down the hill.
I saw that.
You've seen this?
Yeah.
Let me take a look at it.
How people survive that and want to do that and beat the snot out of themselves, man. That is something else, man.
So that first guy rolling down, I thought he'd died.
He's one of them collapsed lung, broken leg, concussions. It's like for a roll of cheese.
I'm gonna take a guess and say it's a landlocked state that they live in.
No, it's actually in England. It's done. It's
It's even worse.
Gloucester cheese roll. They roll these big blocks of round cheese. It's a wheel of cheese. Roll it down the hill, and the people chase it down a very steep hill to get it, and they don't make it down the hill.
Oh, the culture of the United Kingdom.
So, all right, is Eldith done? If Eldith is done with her turn, would you please make me a dex check, please? A dex save. Since she is on that ledge there.
Wow, they even let children fall down that thing.
Oh, that was so close to a 15. Let me double check that she doesn't get advantage on. She does not. Okay, there we go.
She's down. Whoa, Hondo, you can't leave me. She jumps down with you. Whee! All right, Ruckus.
It's a good thing I got Darendale coming with that rope.
I'll catch you guys up on the top. I'm going home.
I just wanted him to throw it around my neck before I hit the bottom.
That was really cold.
Those are some underwhelming rolls.
All right, so the spiders that he has will bite, hit, save. All right, spider 2 will bite, hit, save, success. Topsy, let's go. Oh boy, this doesn't look good. I got a bad feeling about this. All right, spider takes a hit. This spore servant hits here. Miss. Hook horror. Oh, it's got all these lovely targets. They will actually begin to turn. And Miss Eldith. This one will attack Ruckus.
Hondo, if you know how to start dancing, you might want to start.
Dancing.
Well,
Yeah, you joined the wedding.
oh, Ruckus, that one's gonna hurt.
Do you like the chicken dance?
Yeah, they're doing some kind of dance down there.
The Macarena?
Okay.
Ooh, I know.
All
They're
right.
doing the shroom walk.
Turvy, yeah, there's kind of creeping up looking. Varus is holding his ground, trying to see what his spiders are doing. All right, so at the end of this round, we got it. Okay, so it's top of the order. Hold on a second, though, before y'all do anything. So while this is happening and more y'all have come down, the dance, the celebration, what was happening, begins to turn. And that what you were seeing of the dancers in the center are the bridesmaids that you saw earlier that were up on the top area here, but they are down back toward the stalk of the mushroom. And basically, it's kind of give you the general layout. It was simple enough. There's just a hollowed kind of stalk of the mushroom towering over the central hall of this deal, and you kind of see some spiraling balconies, and there are some myconids moving up and down. But then down the base of this that was dancing around all that, you begin to turn and see that the bridesmaid were attending to a very large creature that is kind of floating right above the ground. And it looks like this. Hondo, your religion is going to tell you that you are looking and seeing the physical form of Zugmoy, the demon herself, as she floats there under the canopy of this mushroom. And the bridesmaids all begin to turn, and all of y'all that are down there, so that's Hondo, Ruckus, and Eldith, are basically in the minds, the spores from the myconids and all that, and the servants, y'all are accosted by what could only be scolding and wailing, that it is unlucky for anyone to see the bride before it is time, and that you must shoo away immediately. You are ruining the ceremony. And all three of you are accosted by this. And I will leave it at that for the moment, is that you see all the servants. They basically, for a brief moment, the hookers, all the ones that are attacking you, basically for a moment, look for a second as though they are placed in standby mode. And these bridesmaids begin to form a line kind of between you and Zukmoy, and are in their way are trying to shield your vision from her, but she's towers over them. I'm telling you, there's no way that they could hide what you see. But she looks like, as she's floating there, that her eyes are closed, that it looks like maybe it's a deep meditation that's going on with this creature. And you will see, we will put, if you were had to look, that it is basically right at the base of the deal. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh my god. How many are there? There's a whole bunch. Sorry, I'm putting them on the board for y'all to see them. Alright. Now only y'all that are down under the canopy can see. And they are all facing and moving towards you, as though they're trying to shoo you away. You don't belong here. You're ruining the surprise. You're ruining it all. You disturbed the great mistress. For a brief second, combat is stalled. You have a choice to make.
So, Hondo, are you just going to let
I'm going to take the rope out of my backpack, and I'm going to walk over to right next to Hondo. I'm going to be like, hey, hold on to this.
You betcha.
And I'm going to blow my whistle, and I'm going to fly straight up, and I'm going to go right past Banjo and be like, Banjo, pull on this rope. We're pulling them up.
Alright, let's do it. Yeah, I'll grab it.
Yeah. and I'm doing the same thing.
It is a tactical retreat. Oh, I gave you the retreat. I gave that as the sense of urgency, and you're.
We left Eldeth down there. Yeah, I specifically gave it to Hondo. And told him
Oh, she grabbed a hold of Hondo's, you know what, and held on for dear life. She had to use, she took a while to grab. It was kind of small, but she got a hold of it. So,
okay.
You mean my manly quads?
Yeah. I'm going to I'm gonna start walking and be like, "Yep, we're done here. Let's yeah."
Yep.
I don't fight octopus head people.
I don't know if she's really that, is she? What is she?
I don't know.
She is crazy looking.
Yeah, it's
Giant
really
mushroom head.
it's mushroom. She's she's the queen of fungi, lady of rot and decay. That's all you need to
Her and
know.
Eldith probably have a lot in common then.
Come back. All right. So for a brief moment, you have stalled out, and y'all are here at the ledge. Back here, I don't think Dirt is going to. Now Dirt can run up to the front there if you want, but
I was gonna have Wobble the Weasel like run up to the front, and then Dirt was gonna like cast lightning bolt from him, but
Yes, do it.
Go ahead.
Do it.
but now that I saw everybody running away, I would call it.
Leave him with a lasting fireball.
But I am gonna kind of leave the Wobble the Weasel is gonna hang back behind us in case I need to cast fireball or something from him. Yeah.
She's
They do-
only
no.
the queen of rot and decay. It's no big deal.
If she was just a princess, not a problem. But she's a queen.
Don't mess with the queen.
All right.
I
So
don't believe she's down there. Personally, I don't think she's real.
You know, I think she's there and she's marrying
Then
this
go
mushroom.
dance with her Hondo, Doomathon. Go see if Doomathon's down there.
Well, I know for a fact that my uncle said he found that same thing in Vietnam, so she couldn't possibly be down there.
No, she's marrying that mushroom.
Yeah, we should get out of here.
so what is so that's the plan. So we're out of combat for a second. They do not follow. Okay. You do not see or anything happening at the ledge while you're convening as far as what your next step is. The Myconids that are down in the valley area are gathered. They've gathered around in stools over there. There are sections of them. Looks like they're debating or having fungi talk with each other. You can't because they don't speak, so they're basically their telepathic communications. What's going on?
Is Stool
As
still with us?
as we run through them and push them away, we're just gonna yell, "Run, run, run away!"
So tell me what the plan is. What are we doing, guys? So just give me a little bit more. Is that what are we fleeing the grove?
Where's Stool?
Stool is with the mic. He's down there with his people.
Down in the pit?
No,
Yep.
he's down. Not with that. No, he's over here with the
No,
good.
not-
He's
not
with
the
the.
other
He's
side.
over here
By the water.
to the west. He's with the other with those who were loyal with Basidia that did not go into the main area.
Is Basidia nearby?
They're all down there watching. Oh yeah.
We're gonna run to Basidia and tell them what's happening.
Yeah, we're gonna be like, hey, we don't know what to do. This is beyond our ability.
I'm only level 9, man.
I know.
You guys have a demon infestation problem.
Yeah.
We didn't sign up for this. I'm only level 7.
Yeah, so Basidia is trying to understand and comprehend these emotions and feelings and stuff that they are unused to having to be affected by, and he's resigned that if understanding that if it's not something that can be cured, then those that are staying, what he would, you determine is what he's saying is loyal to him, but are going to have to. They're gathering up their belongings quickly, and they are going to try and find a new place in which to make a new home. Though he is, the new feelings of despair, not understanding that uncertainty is not something that they're used to. And
Can we tell them to make for Blingding Stone or whatever?
Well, they don't. They
Can we tell them to make for the surface and we follow them?
They don't know anything of surface. They only know these areas and these caverns. They will have to find a new place, something like this, which they have no idea where it's at. But they have no need to go toward. They don't even know what Blending Stone is. They don't know. You have mentioned the cities. They have no idea what those are. You could tell they've been in basically their own cocoon, their own little dome for centuries, with very little contact except for Dro and those creatures that have come through here. And Stool will let you know that he will be staying with his people to help where he can.
Oh man, Mars is gonna be sad he didn't get to say bye to Stool.
So y'all may grab your belongings. They will help you get together, put together packets of some of the fungus and stuff here that is edible, that is, not harmful to y'all, and help lead you out of the immediate area of the grove. But that is about as good as they can offer you.
Well, we are thankful for their fungal accommodations.
So
Banjo's constantly scratching himself now.
all right,
So I guess
we're leaving the grove. They are fleeing the grove, folks. Those who are still with us, they have left Neverlight Grove, full of demon spawn. All right. All right, so the spiders are gone. I'm sure that's going to upset Varus. And unfortunately, Stool is no longer with y'all. And y'all make your way out of the grove. With that being said, then, oh, they've messed up the damn
None
maps.
of our NPCs know the way to Blingdenstone, do they?
Well, you have the map. Yeah, I'm trying to bring up the map real
Oh,
quick.
yeah.
I need the map. Well, I say that these updates have split apart. Oh man, they really have.
Hey, Duff, can we call it?
Yeah, we can. I was going to just to kind of hold, since we're down Vars, and this is kind of a good stopping point. So I'll bring it. Y'all had the map, but it was, I think, the Sword Coast. Yeah, it's this one. Yeah, here we go. So real quick, y'all know where y'all are at. Is that you're in Neverlight Grove, and
We're heading towards Blingdenstone.
Blingdenstone. I gotta drop off a corpse.
you believe that there's a corpse there, and through your contacts with Gracklestug and what they told you, that you believe that you have a best bet of getting to there to find a way out. So that's where we're headed, right?
Yeah.
Blingdenstone. All right, folks. Well, we will then call it here with due to technical difficulties, but a good place to stop. And we will pick up the adventure next Thursday. I've got no plans, so except for being right here to continue the adventure on. So it's good to be back, guys, with y'all.
Awesome.
Thank y'all. Yeah, so
Yes.
get your characters. Get me some info for your characters. I will have everybody. You'll hear back from Manswolf or Jowsum as far as getting this. We'll have a session to get your character spun up in Fantasy Grounds, or it could be me over the weekend. I just got to figure out what we're going to do, who's doing what where, because we need to reconvene. And I've got to speak with Banjo here after that because he's going to now be doing a session for Portal's Reach.
Yeah, next Saturday.
Yep. Right before the ladies.
Oh, nice.
Yep, right before the ladies start. All right, well, folks, we're gonna hold there. We will see everybody. Like I said, Saturday night for the ladies of Force Majeure. I don't think Banjo, you're not talking about streaming. You're just gonna run a session, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm
Yes.
just gonna run sessions for them.
Yeah, there's Jowsum. So Matt, so when Matt, you can hop in to chat with me
Bye,
and
guys.
yeah, Ruckus, be good,
All
dude.
right.
I appreciate it.
Ruck.
Yeah, so we'll hold right there, folks. I'll get with everybody. Don't forget Saturday night with Ladies of Force Majeure and Sunday night with DM Jowsum for Portal's Reach. Y'all be good. We'll see you then. Thanks for watching.
Thanks, all.
Live stream.
Yeah.
Thank you.